What's going on, everybody? It's Sky Dig here, and I'm hanging out at Facebook Media Central. And I heard you guys got some questions for me, so ask away. Actually, we got one up here. So the first question, your team moved to Dallas last season. What are you looking forward to most as you prepare for your second season with the Wings? For me, I love the city of Dallas. I was so excited with the fan base, just being in the city, just a huge sports town. The weather was really nice. Just having the opportunity to play in Dallas, I think that was just so dope, coming into a huge sports town. So I look forward to coming back. I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. The games were amazing. And I think we have a chip on our shoulder this year. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym with my teammates and, yeah, putting together my fifth season in the WNBA this year. Another question. In addition to training for next season, we've been running camps. So talk to me about your favorite part of doing the Shoot for the Sky camps. So I love doing the Shoot for the Sky camps. And the reason why I do is just getting to go around the country with my family and my friends, being able to travel all over, seeing the different styles of basketball. But the kids, getting to meet the kids, that's the best part, and the experience for them. So just being able to travel, that's been my favorite part, and meeting so many different personalities and different little kiddos. So we have a few more camps coming up. So the next camp will be this weekend in Vegas, and then next weekend will be in LA, and then March 18th will be in Portland, March 25th, Tampa, and then finally kicking off 4-1, April 1st in Dallas. The Final Four will be down there. So that's our last camp. So if you get a chance, go to shootforthesky.com to sign up and register. It's still spots left, and we are having so much fun on the tour. All right, so Teresa asked me, who is your favorite NBA player? Okay, Teresa, so this is a tough one for me because my favorite NBA player retired last year. You know, Kobe, huge Kobe fan. Loved Kobe, but now I watch a lot of left-handed guards. So I watch a lot of Michael Conley, Indiana roots, got to support Michael Conley. Isaiah Thomas, you know, one of the most explosive guards in the league, one of the top candidates for MVP, love his game, another left-handed guard. And then finally down in Texas, get to see a lot of James Harden play. So definitely watching those three players closely this year. Okay, Pat, so thoughts on UConn's 100-game winning streak? And does this year's Irish team have a shot in March? So I love the UConn streak. I think that's something that you have to respect, a team that's been that dominant for so long, and something that we've never seen before in Division I basketball. So it's just a huge accomplishment for them. I think it draws great attention to the game. You know, they're just a team that year after year, Coach Gina Auriemma puts them in a position, and year after year they get great players who continue to perform on that team. About my Irish, definitely looking forward to having a chance of seeing them down in Dallas. Like I said, that's where the Final Four is going to be. So I hope that I get to cheer my team on. I expect them to be there. And, of course, I think they have a chance. I think it's a lot of teams that have chances this year. And women's college basketball has so much going on. So I don't know who's going to be in that Final Four, but I'm hoping to cheer on my Irish for sure. Okay, Jacoby, you asked me, do you still have next play written on your shoes? And the answer is yes, I do. I do have next play. It's just something that reminds me, even still as an adult, just to move on, regardless if something good happens or something great happens. Just continue to move on to the next play, or something bad happens. Don't dwell on the past. And it's something that I carry into my life every single day. But it really helps me on the floor, just to kind of stay even-keeled, level-headed, and move on to the next play. I'm also looking forward this year to being back on the floor healthy. I know some people were asking, had questions about my knee or what was going on with my knee, but I'm feeling great this year. That's another thing I'm excited about, just being healthy, going into the season healthy again. You know, last year coming back from an ACL, not feeling physically the way I wanted to feel. So I'm excited about coming back this year, just feeling great and being able to help my team out. Okay, Will asked, favorite city to visit? Favorite city to visit? Well, I'm from the Midwest. I'm a Midwest girl. So growing up, we spent a lot of time in Chi-Town in Chicago. We spent a lot of time in Chicago. I love Chicago. It's the closest, biggest city to me. I know a lot of people would think Indianapolis being from Indiana, but we were close to Chicago. So growing up with MJ, Michael Jordan playing right down the street, and just the, so many great players that came through that organization, being able to go to some games and visit the city, just so much culture. I mean, food, I'm a foodie. So all the food, pizza, just the list goes on and on. Shopping with Chicago, that got a lot of friends and family, so definitely love visiting Chicago and getting to hang out there. So somebody asked or made a statement, I'm really excited to watch your Little Ballers documentary on Nick. What made you decide to get involved on this project? So Little Ballers, Crystal McCrary and Nick Sports did a documentary on Little Ballers, the first Little Ballers, telling the story of these young men and this AAU team and the impact of AAU basketball and how it had on their life. And we wanted to tell a story for the females. So I have a few AAU teams in South Bend, Indiana back home. The Sky Dig Ballers is the team that's featured in this movie. And it just tells their story, just so unique. So the girls are so unique. Their personalities you get to see shine through, and it just tells their story of playing their first summer of basketball together. And I was just so excited to be a part of this, jumped at it right away at the chance to be a part of it, because I think it's so dope when you get to see the process. A lot of times people just see the athletes and see where we end off, or the final product, but never get to see how we got there. So the great story about Little Ballers is taking people on an insider view of these kids' life, what it's like for these kids, a lot of them sometimes traveling outside of the city or the state for the first time, and their stories, how they all come from different backgrounds but are able to just, be one cohesive unit and just come together on that floor and develop some great friendships. So it reminded me a lot, actually, when I was young, and how my team was and how our crew was growing up, and those kids are like a direct reflection of us. So it's dope seeing the movie come together now, and I was just happy I had an opportunity to be a part of it. Okay, John, your question is, what's your favorite / hype up song? Man, that's tough for me, because anybody that knows me knows I love music. I love music, love music. I think music and sports are interconnected. You always see me banging some tunes before the game, trying to get hyped, trying to get mentally focused. Right now, I'll say, what's my song right now? Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. Y'all know that song. That kind of get me hyped a little bit. But the list goes on and on. You might see some old school Jay. I listen to a lot of old school hip hop when I work out too. Biggie, Tupac, Royce the 5'9", Jay, Nas, the list goes on and on. That's probably my favorite genre when I'm kind of working out, but hype up songs, I got a lot of them. Okay, Brian, last question from Brian. So what's the game you remember playing in the most? Man, Brian, I had so many games that I played in thousands and thousands of games. Man, it's like asking me to choose like favorite kid, I would say I had, the most influential game. I had a lot of good ones in college, being able to play in a few national championship games, winning in the Big East tournament, and then, in the WNBA, I remember a lot of those games, just being able to be on the highest stage, playing against the best competition night in and night out. It's just a dream come true. So I'll have to say my first game in the WNBA is probably one of the most memorable games I had. Just being able to be a part of the league and finally getting to play and compete against the best. So, that being said, I just want to thank everybody for being a part of my Facebook Live chat today. I'm so excited for my Shoot for the Sky camps. I'm so excited for this Little Baller docu drop-in, and I hope y'all continue to hang out with me, and to be continued, right? All right, peace, y'all.